Welcome everyone to another week of Mastering Money Mondays, where each and every week we infuse a topic that will help all of us transition from one of a debtor and or saver into that of a wealth creator. My name is Lonzie Green, affectionately known as Mr. Flip Your 401k.
And my name is Cynthia Pete, project manager by day, but also known as your financial freedom fighter.
That's what's happening. Hey, we're both employed entrepreneurs as well as investors. Now, look, why do we have Mastering Money Mondays? It's quite simple why we have this podcast and show. The reason why is because, one, we have been taught how to make money, meaning go get a good education, get a good paying job. Two, now that we're making money, go ahead and manage that money by putting money in a checking or savings account or a 401k account. But what we have not been taught is number three, which is how to master money. And master money is basically taking the same dollar and multiplying it over and over and over again in order to become pregnant with possibilities and create wealth. So, as Cynthia and I are learning from 7- and 8-figure earners, we thought to pour the information and the knowledge that we are acquiring back into community to help us all through our financial journeys together to become wealth creators and begin mastering this money. So now here we are, y'all. Episode 32. Episode 32 is gold all in my watch, gold all in my check, gold all in my gold in my. Nah, for real though. Episode 32 is the gold rush, right? Okay. Why gold is glittering more now, more so than ever before. Okay. So that's what this episode is about. We're talking about gold. So I'm going to start us out with the pain point. Now, the pain point is uncertain economic times, right? Individuals and investors during these times, they like to seek stable and secure investment options. So with the fluctuation that has been occurring in the stock market, as well as the interest rates lowering, many people find themselves unsure about where to invest. And gold has historically been seen as a safe haven during such times. And now, because of that, it is becoming more appealing. So, Cynthia, I'm going to turn it over to you for the money tip.
Absolutely. So, gold is actually predicted right now. Gold is about $2,500 an ounce, but it is predicted to get as high as $5,000 to $15,000 to $10,000 per ounce in the coming 5 to 10 years. And so, the reason for that is, one, as we talked on an earlier podcast, is because of BRICS, right? So the dollar is no longer backed by gold, and that was done by Nixon. And so now you have BRICS coming: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, who are forming what most of you are probably familiar with is like a European Union. Right, that's their version of the European Union, where they will have their own currency, and that currency will be backed by gold. So that's going to make gold very valuable in the coming years as these emerging economies in these countries become stronger and stronger. I mean, China is the second largest behind America anyway. So as more and more countries, join BRICS, it's going to make that gold more and more valuable. Now, I know people don't want to hear this, but as time goes on, there is a prediction that the dollar will start to devalue.
Right.
And when that happens, that's going to make gold appealing as well. And so I would say, the money tip is get some gold, okay? Because it's not going down. It's not. At the beginning of the year, it was about $2,000. It's already at $2,500, and it's just going to keep going up.
Yeah. First of all, I'm thankful that you broke down what BRICS stood for, because you talked about $2,500 an ounce, and then you talked about BRICS. There's somebody that's probably watching this episode say what you talking about?
Right.
So I'm glad that you broke down what there really was. Okay. Right. But yeah, I mean, I like what you said about the pivot and the shift, because a lot of us have put a lot of reliance in the U.S. dollar.
Yes.
And times are changing.
They are.
Right. And so because times are changing, the economy is changing.
Yes.
Our decisions, money, and our decisions with currency and what we do with that should also change as well.
Yes.
So I like what you said about diversifying your portfolio and looking at metals, some commodities that can assist with some of the instability that is occurring in, say, the stock market, for example. So
yes.
So let's talk a little bit about the rising appeal of gold, right? So the recent trends in gold prices and the factors driving its increased appeal includes insights around inflation fears. So we know about inflation. You talked about the currency devaluation, so that meaning the value of the dollar going down, right? And then also economic uncertainties. And I'm sure in future episodes we'll talk about that, because there's a lot of things that are going on, not just in this economy, but globally. And considering we are now tiptoeing into a presidential election, these are all things that are creating some uncertainty in the market. So we got to be mindful of that, so that we can again make better choices or different choices with our money potentially, right? So that is that's why gold is starting to become more appealing, just because of the way things are moving and shifting right now in the economy. What else, Cynthia?
Just as you mentioned, historical stability and future outlook. I do want to pause on this, because I've been taking this finance class from this person. I call them the Oracle. And so what I'm learning is, one thing that they keep iterating is, things that happen in the market are never by accident. It's just because we're only taught to manage money, we're the last ones to know. And we get hit with it because if they tell you what's coming, because they know it, government knows it, Elon Musk knows it, Warren Buffett knows it, they all know it, right? They've been selling off their stock by the millions and billions since last year, right? Something is happening. And so so as we learn about money, you really have to not really listen to the news, because by the time you hear it on the news, it's too late. It's too late, and they're not going to advertise it on the news as well. So I just want to remind everybody that before the 2008 housing bubble, they kept saying a recession might come, but they kept saying it would be a soft landing. Why? Because they didn't want people to panic. And it was not soft. So when I hear soft landing, my ears perk up.
And I've been hearing or reading too that, like about that soft recession, that there was some manipulation of numbers to try to keep people feeling comfortable. While really some other things were happening behind the scenes. Right? So you kind of have to have a different eye or different lens when it comes to this mastering money, and really get an idea of how things move, the frequency in which it moves, where it's moving to, in order to really truly work towards mastering it.
Definitely. Absolutely.
So let's talk about investment strategies for gold, right? There are various strategies for incorporating gold into your portfolio. Some may have the question like, hey, look, how can I get gold? Right? And so there's different kind of ways other than going to that kiosk in the mall, right, to buy
that gold chain,
or that pinky ring, or whatever it is. I don't even know if that's real gold. So there's more ways, y'all, to purchase gold. So let's talk about that. You have physical gold, like actual bars or coins, right? You have gold ETFs. Right, so look those up, do some Google and see how you can purchase gold ETFs. You can probably go to any brokerage firm or any big financial institution and purchase a gold ETF that way. You have gold individual retirement accounts, which is what I'm going to start looking into, Cynthia's gold individual retirement accounts. Mutual funds, stocks of companies involved in gold mining and processing. So again, we're just sharing this with you, not necessarily specifics, but go research it, go Google it, go put it in ChatGPT, and I can assure you, if you want to know specifically where to go to invest in gold, those resources will tell you exactly. So those are some investment strategies for gold. Cynthia, talk about the risk and considerations.
Let me touch on the investment strategy just for a second, because I know we're talking to, people like us, the middle class, right? And so what we want you to do is take action. So let me give you a little a little game plan, right? So an ounce of gold is $2,500. You like, Cynthia, I don't have $2,500. You can buy gold in grams, right? So you can buy gold in grams. You can buy silver. You can buy a little bit of silver, and then as it adds up, then go buy your gold, because silver is cheaper than gold. But the point is to take action, right? The point is to start doing something. And I think of a lot of things that we talk about with stocks and ETFs and all this stuff, I think the gold is the most simple one, right? We in Dallas, y'all seen the gold and silver stores. You can go in there and buy gold. And just the other key point is, I know we don't like to hold gold, like to have the physical thing, but ETFs and stocks and all that, you get taxed on. Physical gold, you do not.
Ooh,
so even if you just have just a little bit of gold, because you never know what's going to happen, just as a safety, some physical gold.
Can you tell that story that you shared with me about the young lady who was in Louisiana during hurricane season and
oh yeah. So there was a person who, they're in finance, and so they were in Louisiana, in New Orleans during Katrina, and you could not get money. You couldn't get anything. The banks weren't open. The banks weren't giving you your money if they were open. So you couldn't get cash. You couldn't get anything. But because this person had precious metals and they had silver, they had the physical silver and the physical gold. That's how they made it. I think I came to Houston. I came here because here's the other thing. As African Americans, we don't own a lot of stuff, but the Asians, the Middle Easterns, they own the gas stations, they own the corner stores, and they keep gold. So she said she literally was like, hey, can I pay in gold? And they was like, absolutely.
Wow.
She was getting gas and gold.
Gas and gold?
Yes.
Okay.
Because gold is valuable. And really, other nations in other countries, they trade gold like that. America just doesn't, right? So, yes, that's the story.
All right. Well, hey, look, while gold is often considered a safe investment, it is not without risk, okay?
Yes.
So discuss the volatility of gold prices, storage, and insurance costs, because it will, you want to back that, right?
Right.
You want to back that with some kind of insurance, especially for physical gold and the impact of interest rates and global economic health on gold prices. So again, consider the risk as well as the considerations while investing in gold if you choose to do so.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, Cynthia, I'm going to turn it over to you to go ahead and close us on out.
Absolutely. So again, we're always here to introduce you to something new. I am confident the price of gold is going to go up in the coming years, 5, 10, 15 years. And
I hope so. I got trays on.
You got trays?
Right
and I even watched on YouTube a podcast where they were saying, because again, nothing happens by accident, because we are in so much debt in America, there's some manipulation going on with gold, because gold has just gone up by $500 since the beginning of this year, which is significant, right? Which is significant. And the person on this podcast thought that gold would, by the end of the year, would be up to 3,000, which is a lot in 1 year. So always, I know gold is a new thing, but commodities always make you money, right? In one way or another. So go Google it. Go to Dallas Gold and Silver. Don't go get that meal, because Lord knows I like a good meal like everybody else. But me and my friends went out to eat, and it's like, why is my bill $80? Take that $80, go get some gold.
Right. So with that being said, Cynthia, thank you so much for closing us out. And thank you all for joining another episode of Mastering Money Mondays. Hey, be sure to like and subscribe.
Yes.
Tell your mama them. Hit my DMs, because some of y'all have been hitting my DMs.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So if there's any show topics that you'd like for us to talk about, shoot myself or Cynthia a DM, and we'll make sure that we can cover them for you. And until next time, y'all take care.
We out.